before. Birds fly up in the sky. I look up and wonder why. Constant of the moon and sun, while we pretend we're having fun. We're animals in the jungle. We've got feelings and values, but no innocence. We are all doomed to be free. Absurdity spares no expense. We're animals in the jungle. We've got feelings and values, but no innocence. We are all doomed to be free. Nothing ever makes any sense. Nothing ever makes any sense. Nothing ever makes any sense. The animals do their work, working out all the quirks. They have to have food for their babies' mouths. The river flows north and they're swimming south. They stare at the sun's position to know when they can be free. Little do they know, whoa, whoa, it's what they'll always be. We're animals in the jungle. We've got feelings and values, but no innocence.
Okay. I'm trying my best. I know we're a little late.
Hello,
I
everybody.
was not paying attention to the time. I was just reading comics. Hey, there we go. Okay. Hello.
What's up, nerds?
We have a decent stack today.
Yes. It's my
Although
fault.
not, it's one of those things where it's like it's really not a lot, but it's a lot because Chris has addiction problems.
Yeah.
And then a few of them, the books in the back there, the backs and boards, they were just a few little extra little fun books not from this week, but some other cool things. We'll go ahead and show.
One's from last week, yeah.
Oh, go grab, they're on my bed, those couple of figures you bought and
yeah.
the little Nezuko.
Oh, hold on, I'm stomping on things. Stomping on villages.
Oh, let me... Okay, but I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope the music isn't too loud or too quiet.
Oh, that was loud.
That probably was very loud. I don't know why you did that. We'll show those off later. We'll start with the... I dropped a wafer cookie, Chris. This one's for the dogs.
Yeah, it didn't taste like mango at all.
It does not taste like mango.
I didn't like it.
I really like wafer cookies.
I do, but I didn't like that.
I thought it was fine. I just, it does not taste like mango. Our dad gave me these.
Oh, is that where they came from?
Yeah. He bought them, and he's like, these don't taste like mango, I don't like them. and then, so he gave them to me. And I 100% agree, they do not taste like mango, but I thought they were alright. I just like wafer
I
cookies.
wish he would give me some of that mango nectar. It probably hurt my teeth now.
That is
but
100% mango. That's like 130%
I love
mango.
nectar so
Yeah,
much.
it's very delicious. Very delicious.
It's one of my favorite things. I say that about a lot of things, but this time I mean it.
Yeah, no, it's very, very, very good. So
It's so thick, I don't even know if I could drink that with a straw.
well. Anyway, so
I see three of you in chat. Say something.
leave the be, Chris. Alrighty, so lots of things to go over today. Secret Invasion is tonight. For those that may have forgotten, feels like there hasn't been a show in a while.
Yeah.
Of anything. I mean, I've been watching Demon Slayer, but that's over now too.
Last thing we had was Mandalorian.
Yeah, I don't know. I see. That's what I'm kind of on opposition with. I feel like so many people were like superhero burnout, and there needs to be quality over quantity, which I do agree with is a good statement. But I feel like people were just like, oh, we're getting a lot of stuff. That means it has to be bad. Because quantity, you know what I mean? And I'm that type of nerd that if there was a show, like just a continuous, whatever, Marvel, Star Wars, DC, just something continuously going on at all times, I'd be like, this is great. This is amazing.
Well, Gabe Hart's late. Could never be us.
But yeah, even if sometimes they're not the greatest, you know what I mean? Like, I like to have shows going on and things happening. And, you know, granted, I would like them to be as good as possible. But that's why I can't wait for DC to exist again.
Yeah.
Because that is part of the missing thing. So you have Marvel, you have Star Wars, and then like we were starting to get into DC, and then now DC is just on full hiatus, you know?
I don't think they're getting anything until like, what, 2025 or something?
Yeah. It's rough. And I want, man.
Which, granted, you know, they basically said, all right, we'll give you quality.
When is the rest of Doom Patrol coming out? I feel like that might not even
what if
happen.
it got canceled?
That would be so unfortunate, just to be canceled in the halfway point of your finale, of our final season. Doom Patrol. What was it? Season 4?
Pia's early. Why can't you be Gabe
Hey,
Hart?
what's up, Pia? Part 2. Here we go.
I love using other people to attack people.
The best we know is it's happening sometime this year. Alright, well. Anyway, so yeah, we'll show the stack again for anybody that
We got
you know,
a thick
here.
stack.
It's a thick stack, but it's mainly nothing. So it's one of those types of weeks. We didn't have a ton to read. I almost finished reading all my books,
My leg won't stop shaking.
but Chris is having a seizure. Anyway, so starting off.
This is what restless leg syndrome is, but I don't know.
Starting off. Oh, what's up, Kenneth?
What's up, Kenneth?
We got I Am Iron Man number
Nice stack.
4. This was a really cool book. I really enjoyed
Very
this.
fun cover.
By the way, I'm whatever on the covers.
I like it.
I mean, it's fine. Any of this I Am Iron Man series, each issue is its own standalone story. And it's been really interesting.
Yeah.
This one might be my
I
favorite.
liked the one where he talked to the whale.
That was cool too. Samurai Iron Man was cool. But I really liked this one. So it
I
kind
don't remember
of.
what the first one was.
You didn't read the first one.
Did I not?
It was weird. No.
I don't remember.
Echo and Kenneth? Is Echo here?
I don't see Echo.
Logan, are you on drugs? Yeah, Echo's not here.
Unless they're going to pop up in a second and it's just delayed for us.
Yeah, I don't see Echo. Logan's probably on drugs.
Logan's on crack.
But also didn't say hi to Pia.
Yeah, I didn't say. Do you
So-
mean Pia? Not Echo? Wow, I'm going to tell Echo on
I think
you.
Logan's on crack. Anyway, so this one like kind of deals with Tony Stark's paranoia, and he becomes the agent, or not the agent, the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. And it's weird. Like this whole that's the one consistent thing between
What's up,
each
Quick
issue.
Draw?
It was a quick draw. Everybody popping in tonight. The consistent thing. P, I'm sorry, I just finished a podcast. I'm brain dead. Okay. Anyway, the one consistent thing between each issue of this is it's been a very strange and weird, strange and weird series, but it's been extremely refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
I've been very bored with Iron Man for the past like 2 runs. Like even the current run, which I like, is still very like, this is Iron Man, you know? This is like so different. Anyway, highly recommend it. Like I said, even if you can only pick up a random issue, if you've never read it and want to just start with this issue, it's super cool. And they don't connect really, so other than, like I said, they're just strange. This one is especially strange. Anyway,
Why Canada?
Pia's from Canada.
Oh, Pia's from Canada? Sorry, Pia. Some sins can't be forgiven.
Oh, Canada, same to you, Sheriff. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Speaking of sheriffs,
this is some variant.
Mantis wasn't as in this one anymore. It doesn't make it not good. I just have liked Mantis in the past two.
Yeah, that's true. Nebula wasn't really in this one, was she?
No. I think toward the very, very
maybe,
end.
yeah, a little bit. Cool issue. Weird stuff happening with Groot. I'm digging it.
Mm-hmm.
Some pretty cool panels in this one. One like towards the mid.
We can't really show you because of spoilers.
One towards the mid, and then like one big panel at the end, but also like some cool small panels right before that. Yeah, really, really digging this Guardians of the Galaxy run. It has like a cool, I think, unique kind of new vibe to it.
There's only 3 issues.
Gotta get caught up. It's solid. It's really, really cool. And then we have Avengers number 2 picked up again.
The worst thing about it is Quill's haircut.
Yeah, probably. But Avengers number 2, I don't know what variant this is, but we grabbed some variant. Pretty cool looking cover.
I believe that to be the A.
No, it's not.
Not? Oh, fuck, I don't know.
No, this is the, what's 6? E? No, F?
L.
F. It's F cover. I haven't read any Guardians stuff like ever. I think I might try with that one. It's pretty cool.
It's a good one.
I really dig it.
Yeah, you don't need to read any previous Guardians to know anything what's going on.
No, like you're immediately thrown into like, and like this stuff happening that you don't really understand. We still don't really fully understand it.
Yeah.
The Guardians don't understand it. So we're right there along the journey with them. I'm enjoying it.
I think the only thing Guardians you need to know right now is that Peter is like a space prince from like some royal lineage in space, and it pertains to this story a little bit.
To this issue.
This specific issue.
Yeah, it didn't matter the first two.
It didn't matter the
issues.
first two, no.
Anyway, Avengers number 2, F variant or whatever I said. Avengers is pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Like the first issue, getting the team together. This is who
so
we're
many
picking.
mysteries we're reading.
This is who we're picking for the team, and then on the very end of the issue, it's like now we're going to throw a curveball. Something crazy's happening. All right, keep up. And then this issue, we're kind of exploring into it. It's always kind of cool
because this issue of Iron Man was a mystery. Guardians is still a mystery. Avengers is a mystery.
Yeah, that's true. I like when there's a good reason, even though we don't really fully understand the reason. But I like the setup anyway, because it can be done poorly. But I like when a villain has to work with the heroes.
Yeah.
Who's writing Avengers? Jed McKay, the man.
I like Vision on this cover. He doesn't look like he's coming through the ground. He just looks buried.
But yeah, digging it. It's pretty cool. Nothing's crazy's happened yet. We're setting up the pieces. First issue is setting up the team. This issue is setting up the villain that they have to work with. And then, but still teasing like shit's about to go down. So pretty cool. Oh, Pia's writing. Okay, never mind. I must have misread.
No.
Now this one I didn't read. I don't know.
Or maybe Pia believes they are Logan.
I don't think that's the. Now we're misconstruing a lot of things. I think there should have been a comma there. I believe I am, comma, Logan. Or I am. I believe I am. Pia was answering Logan's questions. Who's writing the Avengers? I think so. Not Pia having an existential crisis saying that they believe they are Logan. But they are Canadian, and that's where Logan comes from.
Logan's Canadian?
Wolverine Logan.
Oh. I was about to use respect.
I'm also confused, believe it or not. Okay, so Logan's Pia's Logan.
No, Logan
Pia's
hasn't
confused.
said that they're Pia.
Logan said, I'm fine being Pia.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, anyway, moving on. So I didn't read this. Our boss messaged me. He said he liked it. But we have Ultimate Invasion number 1. I did pick up the Pacelli variant. And I just picked it up because it's a sick Miles Morales variant. Really, really great use of negative space here. The yellow is a great contrasting color against Miles. It's a fun pose. awesome use of space. Commas, we'll learn to use them. All right, anyway.
Are hard.
Huh?
Those are hard.
Oh.
I feel like I used them properly.
The thing is like, so I could go through and read this, but it's Brian Hitch art, and that's like the main thing. So it's a Hickman writing though, and I don't think I've read any Hickman, but I've heard good things about Hickman.
Did Logan get an Ultimate Invasion?
I think.
If not,
I'm
sucks.
sure. I can check my.
We definitely have extras.
My
if that's
mini
what you're asking.
list. You haven't messaged into the shop, have you? Yes, you were on the list. All right. Moving on. This one, I haven't read the last issue, so I didn't get to read this one. Bloodline, Daughter of Blade, issue number 5. This is the finale. I do want to go back and finish this because it's a pretty cool series. I have been enjoying that, but I need to find issue 4. I'm super unorganized right now. And then we have Danny Ketch Ghost Rider number 2. Picked up the Momoko. Pretty, not my favorite Ghost Rider Momoko, but a pretty cool one nonetheless.
Still pretty good. All the Ghost Rider Momokos have been pretty peak.
You never read the first one, have you?
No.
Yeah, and I didn't care about it.
I read like a little bit of it because it was the last book I was trying to read.
Grandma.
But I was tired. What? Oh.
Oh.
Commas.
Okay.
I'm a big fan. Nobody likes it. I'm a big fan of the Oxford comma, which is the comma you put before an and.
I would disagree that I don't think you'd say a lot of people don't use it.
People don't.
Okay, here's my thing.
A lot of people, if they're going to end a list, they don't put the comma and then the and. They just put and then.
I'd say it's about 50-50.
Then the last item.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of reading half of a sentence and then reacting off of that. Okay, here's my thing. My thing is more about...
That's a good use of comma, Pia.
My thing's about a specific apostrophe.
Fuck you, gay part.
How do I make a text?
You're not even doing it properly. There's supposed to be a space there, dumbass.
What's he doing? What is going on? What is Logan type? Alright, text. Alright, so create.
Yes? How'd you get in my lap?
So this is my pet peeve. I think let me move it first. Let me move it, I'm gonna make it big. Let me move
Make
this.
it black so you can see it.
Hold up. You'll see it. It's massive, alright?
God, okay. What's your pet peeve?
So my pet peeve is I don't think this... No, it's too big. It's too big now. I don't think this should ever exist.
Without the apostrophe?
Yeah, because it's...
Well, yeah, you're right. It's not grammatically correct. It is. That's when people say
Or
it's.
possessive.
Or possessive.
And I don't recall which way it is, but I think the proper usage... Again, I can't remember which way it is, but the proper usage is to distinctify between it is and possessive it's. They use, I think, possessive without an apostrophe, and I think that is blasphemous. They're like, well, and that's how it was explained to me in school anyway, was you need to know which one is which is dumb anyway, because we don't know if it's read or read, or there's other words that are spelled the same and pronounced differently. I can't think what they are off the top of my head. If it's verb, it is. Did you understand that?
If it's...
Wait.
It is...
Did I have it backwards? Is it's without an apostrophe the conjunction, or is it the possessive?
It possessive. Possessive is IGS no apostrophe.
So I was right.
Yeah.
So this is... Whatever you wrote, Logan, is incorrect if you're trying to do something. Because there's no option for this... The it's following if. That has to be... I haven't put that much thought into it now. I am doubting it all. No, I was pretty positive that... I didn't want to say definitively, but I was pretty positive that technically it's without an apostrophe is possessive. And I think that's bullshit. Because there's no other possessive in which there isn't an apostrophe. And in the same regard, there's no conjunction without an apostrophe. So why did they collectively decide, fuck it. We're just not going to do an apostrophe on this.
Well, because it's not acting as like Chris's or Marco's. It's acting as its own pronoun. Like his or her.
Theirs gets it?
Does it?
Pretty sure. Why can't I exit this out? Why don't I just click OK and delete it? It's just the noun. It's possessive. It's the is doing something. Yeah. It. Oh, the it is doing. Gamehart, you are just trying to destroy my brain. The it doing something. I've corrected it. Gamehart's always trying to ruin me.
Marco, you're wrong. Theirs, written with an apostrophe, is sometimes used instead of theirs, written without an apostrophe. However, this is incorrect and should be avoided. While possession is usually indicated by adding apostrophe s to the end of a word, possessive pronouns don't take an apostrophe.
Bullshit. Anyway, we're moving on. Femn. What are you doing, Gamehart? Anyway, moving on.
He's femmed.
We're on to Star Wars now. We have...
After this grammatical...
We have an awesome Inyuk Lee Dirge cover. Damn. Was it supposed to be damn or fam?
I like fam
Fadam.
better.
Anyway.
Jean-Claude Fan...
Fam.
Fam. Damn fam.
Damn fam. You can't erase... We know what happened, Gamehart. You can't just delete the messages. Oh, the possessive of damn. You're
so
right. You're right. We're just idiots. How could we forget? Anyway, Inyuk Lee, Bounty Hunters, Dirge. I don't know if Dirge is actually in this comic or not.
I think he's been in the past couple.
What? Yep, there he.
Yep. Fucking obliterating those two.
Yep. Just fucking savage.
Poor Bosk. He doesn't know what he's dealing with.
There's Dirge.
Like,
Dirge is a boss. Literally,
yeah.
It's not canon anymore. But the only way they killed Dirge was by flinging his ass into a sun. All right?
Yeah.
They launched him into a sun.
They kept his species, though, so he has the same capabilities.
Yeah. Yeah. And like that was Anakin Skywalker that had to resort into launching him into the sun.
He tried everything. Obi-Wan stabbed him in the chest.
Immediately. He was like, I'm all about murder. Damn it.
It didn't work. You're punching me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Obi-Wan cut him in half and cut his arm off. And was like, yeah, it's done. I'm going to go home. And then Dirge proceeded to attack him and his clones after healing. And it only took him exploding for him to be not dead, pacified.
Yeah. Then launched into the sun.
Then launched into the sun eventually.
Dirge is badass.
Yeah.
The sun's more badass though. But anyway.
Oh yeah, and previously his first canon appearance, he wasn't launched into a sun, but he was launched out of an airlock, and he survived that.
What if that being launched into the sun was canon? Which would imply that he survived the sun. Because that happened in Clone Wars. Anyway, moving on to another Bounty Hunter cover. We have Boba Fett. This one done by Maleev.
Oh, I got a little one.
Always awesome. Maleev is wonderful.
You want to come up here and a little crack at it?
I'm going to give him a cracker in a little bit. And then, actually, well, I guess we should have started with the A cover. What did he do?
You know his little waffle noises he makes? He was shaking while he was doing it, so it was like...
Anyway, here's the A cover. Pretty sick as well. Do be liking that one.
I'm really giggly right now.
And then
This
we
one's
have
pretty cool. It's kind of like a Boba Fett cover.
Mandalorian Season 2, Issue 1. I think it's the first... Yeah, it should be first appearance of Cobb
It's
Vanth
first
in a comic.
comment, yeah.
I don't think he's ever been in a comic before. That's why I say that. I know he's been in a novel, even before being in Mando. But I think this is his first comic appearance. Launching to the Sun usually does it unless you're Superman 1 million. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like I said, that's not canon anymore.
Yeah, no, it's 100% not canon.
Well, we don't know that he wasn't launched into a
We
sun.
don't know that it wasn't launched into a sun.
Yeah.
You're right, I guess.
Yeah. But anyway, super awesome. I don't know the artist on this one, but it is a sweet, sweet cover. And then that's the end of Star Wars. Moving on into our DC. We got, I guess neither one is using A cover anyway. So we got the Bartel Titans #2.
I love it.
With
I love
Starfire.
how big people make her hair. Look at how Jyn Bartel draws hair. It's fantastic. Also, her outfit's fun. I like the sparkly pants.
Obi-Wan is kind of lame. How can you downplay Darth fucking Vader as just an acquaintance to Luke?
What are you talking about?
What are you on about, Logan?
Logan's on drugs again.
I don't know. I mean, I think that the main thing is he lied to Luke. I don't know. I don't even know how to get into that. We're moving on to the next
What
cover,
are you talking about, Kmart?
which is a super, super fun
Yeah, no, I love it. Again, her hair's
beach
giant.
variant.
I love it when they are just like, hey, Starfire's hair is bigger than she is sometimes.
I really like the cell phone lighting. Like, they did
Yeah.
a really good job at
It's
that.
really good.
Um,
I love the Flash going to catch the football.
oh, yeah, I didn't notice
on
that
the-
until you pointed it out. It's
the
way in the
ocean.
background there. So you got Cyborg about to throw a football, and Flash is like, I got it. I'm Jesus.
Dr. Funkress banned for being a
Drunk
bohemian.
addict. Anyway, super, super fun cover and pretty interesting story. The first issue left off on a big mystery, and then it kind of gave us a curveball in this one, but we still have, I think,
a mystery.
a pretty unique mystery.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of a boring, like, or not, but like kind of
Boring,
just
but
like a
generic.
generic. Yeah. Setup
Yeah,
at
it's
the end of the
something,
first
yeah.
one. But this one, I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty interesting.
It's a running joke at work. It used to be, Chris, you don't need drugs. But then it was like, you know what, Chris, you do need drugs. Specifically Adderall for your ADHD.
Moving on, Chris grabbed every damn Wonder Woman 800.
Not every single one.
So here's the A cover. These are not in order. This is the A cover.
Yeah.
And that's where the order ends. Theoretically. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is not the B cover. So this one is a foil.
Move your thumb, I can see it was a B cover.
Huh? Over here.
Yeah. Hey, yo!
No, it is not.
No.
I didn't think it was the B cover.
But I love this one so
Pretty
much.
sweet. This is one that,
It's probably my favorite one.
when you just looked at the image, it was like, that's an alright cover. But the foil really does it justice. Or the partial foil, having the characters not in foil, I think really makes it bounce. And then, got a foil background too. And then, here's another one. Was this used as like Aquaman promotional, like, poster in the Justice League maybe or something? I don't know. I didn't watch any of those movies, but I feel like I've seen Aquaman,
I'll
like
look it up.
Jason Momoa Aquaman, doing this same kind of pose on a rock. Am I crazy? Did I envision this? Am I just dreaming about Jason Momoa? Let me know. And then we have another variant here. This is a Campbell, not J. Scott Campbell, I don't think. This is Jamal Campbell. I guess it is another J. There's no Scott in there. I don't know his first name, actually. I don't think it's Campbell. That Campbell. Maybe it is. I don't know. Let's say J. Scott. We all dream of Momoa, so sometimes no shame. Oh wait, Wonder Woman.
Are you thinking of this image?
No, he's not on a rock. And also, I'm pretty sure.
100% on a rock. But
Well,
that's
not like
besides
that.
the point.
He's I'm pretty sure he's shirtless. But again, this could just be a dream. Chris is. If she is on a cover, the chances of me buying the book increases drastically. Yeah. I guess that's your number one, right? I don't know.
Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Probably.
Anyway, here's this one. I feel like there's something a little off.
I really
on this one
like this
personally. I feel like I like it, but like it could have been better. Right? Is maybe the best way I can explain it.
My only complaint about the first one you showed just a minute ago is the rope is not very golden. Because usually it's very shiny and I like that. It's just like a beam of light. No, yeah, this is the first cover appearance of Wonder Woman's daughter. I like that one.
This one's probably my favorite of the bunch right here. Pretty cool one. Got some nice dramatic lighting.
Mario, what are you doing down there?
Yeah, I was like, what is it? I don't know who that was.
Mario. Hey.
And then, I don't know how I feel about this one.
I like this one.
I like it, but
it's all the Themyscira gals.
Yeah.
You got Nubia. I think that's Hippolyta in the background.
Okay, I think I figured it out.
You got Artemis.
I think I figured it out. Because I was like, I don't like how much white there is. But I do, but I don't. And I was like, what do I not like about... I wish the background wasn't white. Like, I'm fine with their dresses being white. But I feel like...
I can see that.
Yeah, I just feel like it would have looked better. Maybe even black. To really, like, make them punch. I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all agree with me? If the background is black, obviously not counting the rainbow. Keep the rainbow there. But then everything else black. Or just, maybe even
Marshall wants
just any
to get
other
rid of
color.
the rainbow. He's anti-gay.
Someone just got rid of the light of God. This light has been fidgety.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Oh, don't fall.
It's falling.
Shit.
It looks like you're causing electrical problems. Uh-oh, Marco, it's pulling down that.
I'm gonna kill Agumon.
Yeah, hold on. Sit still. We're having minor technical difficulties. Agumon, no! Oh, there goes the camera, too.
Okay, well, lights on the ground, stream's gotten dark. Why is it doing that?
Get out of the way, I'm tall. Oh, the light's on now.
Yeah, I pushed, bleh, I can't talk. I pressed it in farther. Alright. This stream looks awful now.
Yeah, it does.
Now it looks awful in a different way.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, well, that's terrible, too. Okay, it needs to go back over here.
Yep. Was it some... Is there something we can stand it on? Back there? You have a large...
Well, it wasn't pressed in all the way.
Hold on, give me a second, Marco.
I know, I can do like some spooky stories now. Oh, it's too much. This is just me being melted by the sun. This is Dirge entering the sun.
I have an idea.
Stream. Hey there, Waffle. You want a little cracker? I'll feed Waffle a cracker, y'all. Yummy.
I have an idea, but it involves
Did you
emptying
eat it all?
this box of things.
No. I just need to set it back there, Chris. That's all I need to
put a box back there to help you.
I don't need a box. I just need to set it back there.
Then I'm gonna
Was
put
that
the
too big, Waffle?
contents of this box back there.
Waffle ain't got teeth no more, y'all. I gotta give him little small pieces. That might have been too big. But he's ready for the next one. Nom nom nom. Alrighty. I'm gonna try to fix it. Without Chris's help.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god, my toe.
What's it gonna sit on?
And it's gonna do what it was doing before.
It fell doing what it did before.
No, it fell because I was messing with it. See, now I can't even get it up there.
You need to twist that little thing, make it small.
This?
No. The other thing.
I haven't a clue what you're saying.
Well, all right. Oh, hey. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Stream is fixed. Waffles wants the rest of this cracker, though.
Oreo deserves some.
All right.
Oreo, do you deserve some cookie?
Did you get a Space Rivals?
What is Space Rivals?
Void
wait.
Rivals?
Yeah, you're talking about Void Rivals?
Did you not get one? Oh, you know what? I think Shay did say back to our usual program. Did you ask for one and maybe Shay messaged you that we were out? Because it was just really popular. I didn't get it. Anyway, moving on. We picked up. This is the one I didn't get to finish reading. I was actually. Okay.
Did you give Oreo some?
No, I didn't give Oreo.
I'm gonna give Oreo this piece.
Yum, 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 yum.
Oreo.
Waffle's just been enjoying it, so I got carried
There
away.
you go.
Y'all were out. I'm sorry. It was a hot book apparently, and we didn't order much of it because it was on. Nobody had it on their pull list.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so this is a cool book.
No, we
I thought
don't have one.
I thought it was pretty fun. I haven't finished reading it. I think I was almost done with it. But Godzilla, there she be a monster.
There be dragons.
I kept calling it different things at work because I couldn't remember what it was
You're
called.
still calling it different things.
What? Since when?
Gonna beat you over the head with this
Anyway,
MODOK.
it's funny because I saw this cover. I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. But I'm honestly like the past several Godzilla series, minus Godzilla versus Power Rangers, which was just dumb, goofy fun. But like a lot of the ones that I've seen, especially by IDW, I open it up and it's just like really cartoony, kitty looking, and it's like I'm not that interested. But Chris actually flipped open the pages, and I was like, oh, the art's pretty decent. It's got some pirate stuff going on. And I was like, oh, okay, we'll give it a shot. And there's some really cool covers that we didn't get. We did order that one. It's got like a trade dress on it there, because there's this one as the B cover, and then there's another one that's like a 1 in 10 or something that's a virgin. What is Godzilla about? It is always just big Dino Destroy City. Not necessarily.
No, usually it's about the effects of nuclear war.
If it were in the last
but
preview,
probably not
I
this
would have
one.
added it. No, this one just kind of seems like we want to make a pirate story with Godzilla.
Yeah, and I'm down for it.
Yeah, it's check out this. This was I don't remember, some kind of ratio. Big old cool wraparound cover. I think it was a 1 in 25 maybe. It's a sick one. And then
I like that one
I
a
don't know if we
lot.
saw what that one was, but it's a pretty rad one. And then
Honestly, if you could find that one and it's not like some ratio or anything, you should get it.
I don't know what it is.
It's next one. There you go.
This?
Yeah, that's next issue.
Yeah, this is number 2.
Yeah. But you can't show. I guess you can show.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. There's
Oh,
issue number 2. It's cool though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm not done with it, but it's been pretty neat. And then this one was kind of strange. So we have I Hate Fairyland, number something, number 6. And there's always been a Momoko variant, but this is the first time it was a Momoko Virgin, and it was 2 different Momokos. We got the bloody variant actually by accident. I didn't realize they were different at first, but they're both virgin variants, and I just wonder if they were supposed to have a trade dress or not. I'm really not sure. I kind of wish it did, because now I feel like it doesn't connect with the rest of That's cool, pirates and nuclear stuff, why not? Yeah, I don't know if it has anything to do with any of that.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Well, no, it doesn't, because this is like, I don't
13
know,
or
13 something, 50,
Yeah.
I don't know. That cover is nice, fam. Anyway, and that's it for our new books of the week, but we do have a few little extra pickups. Both some comics and some figures. And actually, I don't even know what this little thing is. I assume it's a statue, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, moving on, we have Star Wars TIE Fighter number 2. Just a cool cover. We were
I
going
was just
through
digging
our
through some books and I was like, man, these covers are cool.
Yeah, this one, you said this was your favorite of the bunch, right?
I
I think is what you said.
might be that number 1 that I didn't know we had. I
Okay.
could have put that in order.
Well, it's not. We got number 3
Which
now.
one's your favorite?
This one's my favorite.
That one? That
I
one's really
really
nice, yeah.
like this one. I think it's super cool. And then number 1 here, which I can say definitively, not that I don't like it, but my least favorite of the 3 for sure. And then Chris picked up the Moon Knight 1 in 25
From last week.
From last week, or I thought it was the week before. I don't know, whatever it was. This is a Greg Land cover here. I know it's a bit unusual. There's not a scantily clad woman that was traced over porn, but believe it or not, this is a Greg Land cover. I mean, I guess it could be traced over porn. I don't definitively know that it's not. Kind of like we don't definitively know that Dirge wasn't thrown into the sun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's it for the comics.
Yep.
Up next, I got this tiny little Nezuko.
Oh, she's doing a little kick, I just noticed.
Yeah, she does big kicks.
That's a little kick, Marco.
Ah, it's a big kick. The third one is my favorite cover of the... Really? Okay.
He is on my side. Why can't you
No,
do Marco?
that's this one.
That's
Oh, is that the one you said you liked?
the one I said.
I don't like that one as much. Okay, so it is a little statue.
I mean, I figured that.
I don't know. I thought maybe it could be a little figure. Where's this jingle?
It's got a jingly bit.
Oh, is it like a little
Yeah, a little fan.
flight stand thing?
You can't be kicking and be on the ground.
I mean, you could be, but it's not as fun.
Not as cool.
Where does this go? Oh, right there. Yeah. There she is. Doing a kick. She kicks
what's
the
up,
hell out of
Xbox?
things. Hey, what's up, Xbox? Land Moon Knight was the pizza guy from the art film he traced. Okay, could be. I didn't think about that one. He's trying to leave, and then they're like, "Wait, you forgot your tip." And he's like, "Huh?" That could be it. Anyway, little Nezuko. For those watching Demon Slayer, if you haven't watched the season finale of the Swordsmith Village
Prepare to
arc,
get spoiled.
no, it was awesome. I watched it. It was super, super fun. I may have cried a little. I may have screamed at the scream a little. Oh, I read that wrong. Pia said always tip the pizza guy. I read it as always rip the pizza guy. I'm like, no, he's dead. Anyway, and then other than that, Chris picked up a few little droids. What is this one?
That
What does
is
this
the
say?
B1 battle droid from Jedi Survivor.
Okay. So just a droid.
Yeah.
And then this one.
Is a B1 battle droid from Republic Commando.
Dope. Which one do you like better?
I can't see the full design on the Republic Commando one. I just know he's like got the little ghost
Yeah.
masky on.
Yeah, as of now, they're both pretty cool. I think I
Yeah.
like this one better.
I think I'm leaning towards the other one.
I do like this one. But I think I can't fully say until it's busted open.
That's kind of where I'm at.
There's a new Ubisoft Star Wars game that was announced. I believe looks cool.
Yeah, it's called Outcast. It looks okay.
I don't know how I feel about it. One, Ubisoft is got a bad
at
track
best.
record. Yeah.
Mario, you're making my leg.
And okay, so here's my take on it. It's funny because I've been asking for a non-lightsaber game, Star Wars game, for a while, because I think like lightsabers actually ruined, at least the way that they did it. Lightsabers ruined, or heroes in general,
Yeah.
ruined Battlefront 2, which is like a fun game for like the first, I don't know, until somebody gets a hero, and then it's just it's a totally different experience. You get to be a hero for too long. Assassin's Creed games were boring, so yeah, I agree. But yeah, like it just ruins the fun gameplay. Like, what's so great about Battlefront is it is basically Star Wars Battlefield. It is grueling. It is relentless. devastating. Like, you know, when you're out there in the battlefield and suddenly whatever tank, clone tank, droid tank,
a random
whatever
droid rocket
ATST,
hits you and you just die.
Whenever that stuff rolls up, and you're just like, oh no, like it's over, and you don't have that feeling when you're a Jedi. And after the first 5 minutes of a game, you're a Jedi, and your whole team are Jedis or Han Solo or whatever, and it's just like, it's not. It doesn't have that war game vibe that I really enjoy. When I'm playing a war game of any variety, war better damn well feel like hell. Not just like, I'm playing on God mode and I can kill everything. That's boring to me. Super, super boring. I don't like that. So I've been asking for a long time for a Star Wars game without lightsabers or very minimal, something like that. And this is not what I meant by that. So, from what we've seen, this chick, I don't know her name, it's just mainly hiding and kind of just, shooting over the boxes.
It looks like the same kind of Ubisoft gameplay you'd see in Watch Dogs.
Cool to just be a scoundrel with a blaster.
She does have a commando droid best friend.
I am excited about the commando droid. I love commando droids.
He's wearing
that's just
coat.
a bias. I don't know why he's wearing it, but he's wearing it. Anyway,
He likes it.
It's like a half coat, isn't it? I don't know.
No, it's weird. Like a big trench coat.
I don't know. I have to look at it again. I thought it was only over half of him for some reason.
No.
And then it was just held to him by a belt or something.
You were thinking of the HK droid from...
Oh, I am.
That we bought.
Yeah.
A little while ago.
Anyway, so while I think there could be an interesting game with that idea, I just don't know if this is it. Again, we haven't seen a lot, obviously, but the gameplay just didn't seem very exciting to me. I don't think it looked super great graphically or anything.
Or zoom in on this Oreo. She's big sleepy.
I don't even think it would. Anyway, I'm trying to think what else I thought about that. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to be proven wrong, oh wow, all these other things happen. But it's just kind of strange to me, there was no build-up, there was no announcement, here's a gameplay trailer. You don't really
there was
do
anything. We were told that Ubisoft was making a single-player game for Star Wars. That's all we knew.
We'll see.
This was the announcement.
We'll see what else they have to show from it. My initial impressions, I'm not impressed. Probably will still buy the commando droid if they make a figure out of it, though.
Even if he has shitty cloth hair?
And I really don't like in games where you just the stealth was so come on, go hit that button and there's been a big thing's moving throughout the factory. No one looked at her. Come on, I don't know. Write better. It's not interesting. It's not. I don't know. And I hope that's not the rest of the game. It's just, it looks like that's that's how Ubisoft plays. Is oh, here's your mechanic, which is you have a little friend that can do things for
Yeah.
you. But why? I don't know. Nobody's paying attention to the little friend thing. Nobody's paying attention to the big box moving through. I mean, she does get caught or whatever, but I don't know. You guys made great points. I'll change my statement so it looks maybe cool. Yeah, like I said, I'd like for it to be good, but I just was not impressed. And like I said, yeah, Ubisoft. Ubisoft have been making some big, shallow games these past years. Hopefully that changes. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not willing
I think they're reverting back to their old ways because they did that with the Assassin's Creed every year model, where they just got worse and worse and worse until they released the French one, and it was such a buggy, horrible mess that they were like, okay, we're going to take a step back and not release an Assassin's Creed every year. But now they're back at it again, releasing as many Assassin's Creeds as they can.
And Watch Dogs.
And Watch Dogs. And
just they just pump out just nothing games. That
the last shoot, what's that Tom Clancy game we played together? Wildlands. It was the last Wildlands. It wasn't Wildlands. Something else. It's got a different title.
Yeah, because it's something Wildlands, isn't it?
Yeah. Because
Like, that was just that
Wildlands was
version.
the good one that was fun, but the newest, like, I don't know, Wildlands 2.
Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon. The last Ghost Recon they released sucked.
Yeah.
They took out a lot of the features that
Oh,
made the first one
Pete's got
fun.
Really?
And added a bunch of features that just made stealth really slow and boring.
Yeah. And again, I'm all down for like a good slow stealth thing. But it needs to be. You remember like the old Modern Warfare stealth missions where if you were spotted, you were fucked. Like there is no surviving that. Like
There is, but it's very hard.
yeah, like you do not, because like that's my problem with a lot of these stealth games is a lot of times, and that's like in this new trailer, it's like you're hiding around until you're not, and then you blast your way out of it. You know what I mean? It's like if you're gonna put a stealth mission in there, make it necessary. You know, make it where the stakes are there, and where you know, if I fuck this up, I'm gonna die and have to restart. You know. Otherwise, then screw it. I'm just gonna walk through and start blasting people. You know, like why am I wasting my time with stealth mechanics that don't matter? But yeah, I'm not willing to give a bone to Ubisoft and trust them and be like, maybe they made a good game just because it's Star Wars. I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not even playing the good Star Wars games right now, so like, I'm definitely not.
Jedi Survivor and Jedi Fallen Order is so good.
I'm definitely not going to be like, oh, let me go
And
trust
Marco should
Ubisoft.
100% play them.
Eh. Again, that type of game just doesn't really interest me. Like, I think the story is kind of neat, but like, I don't know. And again, it kind of goes in combination with, like, I don't know, like, power scaling is really important to me. And I don't like when you have characters with a lightsaber out here just beating the shit out of somebody until they fucking finally die. It's like, no, if I hit a stormtrooper should die.
A stormtrooper just does die in these games. Battle droids die in one hit. Super battle droids and stuff, you know, they gotta have
Just
some...
waiting for Starfield, Skyrim, and space will be fun.
I'm
can't say
iffy
I've
on
seen
that
that.
one. The only thing I'm excited about is that Obsidian worked with that a little bit, so that should make it good.
I don't know anything about it.
But no. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's all I got on
Yeah. And look at this
Star
Oreo
Wars
mask.
games. Wash. Her neck was broken.
I have a new goal if I were to win the lottery, and that's to remaster the old Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
I think that would that'd be the dream right there. It'd be such a
Oh, and remaster Battlefront 4. Battlefield 4.
Battlefield 4. No.
Huh?
I said no.
No?
Yeah. I don't know why you would. It's an alright game. It's already been remastered once.
But like, give it like how they revived Modern Warfare 2, you know?
I think it has a lively online or PC.
I don't think it does. What the fuck is this?
Why don't you go to your usual website?
Because It's an EA game.
Mm.
Daily players is 1747.
That's not bad.
That's not good.
Not great. But for like a decade-old game, oh, when did it come out?
There's almost 200,000 people playing Modern Warfare 2.
The current one?
How many Modern Warfare 2s are there?
3.
I don't know.
There's the old Modern Warfare 2, there's the remastered Modern Warfare 2, and then there's the rebooted Modern Warfare 2.
It just says Modern Warfare 2. I don't know. I don't care anymore. Yeah, we're remastered Knights of the Old Republic. Are they doing
They're
that?
remaking Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
They said it's not a remaster, it's a complete remake.
Yeah, I was about to say I thought
Which
that.
I hope so, because I tried to play that game, and to me, it doesn't matter how good an old game is. If it's clunky, I don't want to play it. Like, I get it. It's your nostalgia. You played it when you were like 10 and loved it.
Well, that's like going back and
But
playing
I can't. I can't touch it.
any game where you can't roll, like a shooter game.
Yeah.
That's like so rough. Or like even worse, where you can't sprint.
Yeah.
I cannot
Going from Battlefront 2 to
stand-
Battlefront 1 was rough.
I cannot
As
stand
much as I love that game, both games.
any game where you cannot reasonably run or sprint. Case in point, what's the spooky game? The Ghostbusters game.
Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia.
Your run is like, I don't know, you finally stopped rubbing your feet together and tripping.
It'd be so much more terrifying if you were booking it as fast as you possibly could and it was still on your ass. Rather than you fucking have 2 anchors tied to your legs and you're trying to get away.
Get the anchors out of your boots, SpongeBob!
It... it's not canceled. Wait.
about the
But the remake is on the rocks, last I heard. I don't know. Things come out when they come out, or they don't. And then the other one I can't stand is kind of a 2-in-1. CSGO and its modern generic clone, which people seem to love, but I cannot understand. Shit, what's the name of it? CSGO Valorant. I have no idea what people find interesting in Valorant at all. It doesn't look good. It is some of the, I think, worst graphics I've ever seen in a modern shooter. Like, even, like, it looks bafflingly bad. You can't run. I understand, like, it's all about precision, point, aim, and whatever. But
I'll tell you what game had potential and kind of died because it just didn't care to fix its problems. Was that Split Point game?
Split Point was so fun until everyone was hacking. That was a great game.
Look at Mario. If you don't know what that is, it's Portal, but it's a shooter.
Yeah, which is like, yes, stealing ideas, but in a very fun, unique way.
Yeah.
And you could do so many cool things with it. Astounding game. Like, really, really cool. And you could set up things with, like, I mean,
Yes, you can shoot through the portals.
You can shoot through the portals, you can jump through the portals.
You can use them in the same way that you could a portal. So, like, if you were to jump down into a portal, it would launch you out of the other side with the same momentum.
It was, yeah, a great game. And then it just wasn't fun because you'd hop into a lobby and just instant dying from who knows what, from who knows where at all times. Which, again, I cannot understand anybody that enjoys
Hacking like that.
just, like, what fun do you get out of... Not only that, but also going to tie that into just God mode in general. Like, how is that any fun? To just, I can kill everything, ha ha ha. Like, other than like the first like 5 minutes of like, haha, that's funny, you know, you keep doing it, and then what? Like, is that enjoyable? Do you hop on
Like,
Splitgate every day? Be like, better grind 8 hours of Splitgate. You know, like, why? How is that fun?
To, go back and replay World at War Online, and it's so filled with hackers. Same problem. There was one time a hacker didn't turn on his God mode, but he was still like flying around with a flamethrower.
Yeah.
So I ended up killing him a few times, and I guess he got upset at that and turned on God mode, and then just killed me for the rest of the game. I don't get it.
GTA used to be really bad about that.
GTA used to be, yeah. They fixed their problems for the most part. There's still some here and there.
Yeah, they used to be really bad.
Yeah. My favorite one though was when that
you just explode. Oh my god. No, I'm just saying. No. I just remember. I just have flashbacks.
My favorite one was it was like some apartment up toward like the hills. They would always spawn a windmill in the ground.
Yeah.
In the same spot. It'd be like a big blender. And you know what? That's not impeding anybody else's fun. It's just a big blender. Hey, do you want to be a part of the big blender? Hell yeah, you do.
Yeah, it was just making the game fun and wacky and weird. I will never forget the sound of everyone on the map exploding all at once.
The most annoying thing that you see Red Dead hackers do is spawn everything in the area on you. Why? What's the point of that?
But, okay, going back into God mode. What was that game we used to play? Far Cry 4. I almost said
Far Cry 4, yeah.
Far Cry 4 had a level maker.
It was a lot of fun.
That actually had some genuinely, like, super creative people making some awesome little mini missions and different weird little game modes and all kinds of cool stuff. We were playing that so often, checking out all these different things that people were making, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, because you'd see it every now and then, but at one point, all of it became God mode. It's just, you're in the middle of like 100 guys, you can't die, you have every gun, and that was every game mode. And I'm like, I don't understand. Like, clearly, there is some kind of connection people have to this. There's some desire that people seek out in this. And maybe it's because, okay, this is a possibility. We've always been pretty good at shooters. Maybe there's just a lot of people out there that are shitty at shooters and are tired of getting dicked. That's all I got. That's the only thing I can think of. God mode is a nonsensical as a way of playing. It's the epitome of I am a 8-year-old man-child. Where's the fun? Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't understand. Again, like, how could you do that for multiple hours?
I don't understand how this Oreos come.
Let alone in a day. But then you, like, hop back on the next day. Let's keep doing it. Like, what do you get out of it? Like, it's literally no different than just if you had the game auto run until, like, you just turn on the game and it auto kills everything for you. And you don't have to do anything. So why turn it on? I know she's melted, but
Pretty comfy.
in the same way, I don't understand RuneScape. I never will understand RuneScape. And, like, that's a game where the tasks are so miserable. People have, like, auto... Is it mining, or... There's a term
I don't know.
used for RuneScape. Because, like, to do something, you have to sit there and just, like, click the same spot for, like, an hour. And it turns out that's not enjoyable. So people set up, like, auto configurations to do that. But then... why play the game? I don't get it. Like, that's what the game is. It's a chore simulator for nostalgia chase. I don't get it. Now, granted, I never played it ever in my life. I just know it's a big thing that people are, like, heavily invested to.
What I don't get is that one dude who came into the shop one day, it was probably like half a year ago at this point, and started explaining a game called Escape from Tarkov to us. and he just explained the most miserable game in the world to us, and was like, "I can't stop playing it. You should try it out." It was like, I don't think I will.
He did do a really bad job explaining it. It did seem kind of. I mean, like I've seen that game before. It was like it's. I mean, it's all right. I feel like there was a kind of a cool game I wanted to mention. Now, we're ragging on a bunch of stuff, and I feel like there was a game.
There is also a fun way to make chores games. Shit. Fucking, what's that game that I like so much? I can't remember its name right now. Stardew Valley. That's a very tedious game in a lot of respects, but man, do I love it. It's got a lot of charm to it, and there's like little NPCs you can talk to and stuff that add to the charm. It's a very charming, peaceful game.
I don't think that equates to RuneScape.
No, but it's the closest thing I could think of that I like.
Because, like, here's the thing, though. If you don't enjoy, like, farming in Minecraft,
Yeah.
you don't do it.
Yeah.
People don't go out of their way to be like, well, damn it. I have to create an auto farming whatever machine to make this happen. They just go do something else in Minecraft. Because there's lots of other things to do.
Like steal other people's hard-earned work.
Such a peaceful game. Some of these tedious games are just clunky and straight. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like everyone that plays RuneScape hates RuneScape, but they keep playing it, and I just don't understand that at all. And I feel like if you ask a RuneScape player, like, where's the fun? They're like, there isn't any, and they like willingly embrace that. And I just cannot understand that mindset. I don't know what they get from it. I don't know what hold it has on these people. I don't know. I'm just lost and baffled. I feel like there was a game I wanted to talk about, like some other shooter game, but I cannot remember.
Gundam. We haven't played Gundam in a while, and it's not our fault.
Kinda. Why not?
Because we keep getting paired with the worst people imaginable.
So it's a combination of I've been playing Marvel Snap, you've been playing Gundam, other game, and I really enjoy the bones of Gundam Evolution, but combination of the player base is pitiful, like damn near non-existent, as well as I
don't understand it. It shouldn't be possible.
I feel like we're the unluckiest people. Like the percentage of games where we have teammates that don't have eyes or ears. And again, like
can't hold their ground, can't shoot a gun.
I don't know if I think I'm like pretty close to being damn near legally blind. I don't know exactly what that entails, but I'm either there or next to it.
And he still gets top player.
Yeah. Like 99% of games. And yes, I'm playing a character that auto aims and whatever, but like I have to know where they are. I still have to be like, my rockets don't auto aim, my punches don't auto aim.
He still runs into the middle of them and tackles them.
Yeah, and like
he's not a coward.
I guess my big thing, I have always been really good with hearing.
He's like Daredevil, except he can't flip.
Well, I mean, just
that's the only difference.
My hearing was always a big part of
Catholicism and all.
My Overwatch gameplay. I loved Overwatch for lots of reasons, but one really great thing that Gundam does not have that Overwatch does is lots and lots of very specific sounds. Everybody
got a little better with its sounds toward the end. They definitely changed their sounds toward the end of us playing it.
It does, but in Overwatch, I can tell you pretty much damn near any character that's walking near me. You know what I mean? You can't always say that with Gundam. Because there's a lot in this, you know, you're gonna know if a unicorn's near you or Barbados is near you. But if just some fucker, I don't know, is walking near you, you don't necessarily know who it is. And that's a big difference on if you're about to turn this corner and is it a GM sniper or is it heavy arms? You got to be prepared to know. In the same way in Overwatch, is it Reaper or is it Mercy? You know, it's on the other side of the wall. You're going to know, and you're going to be able to respond appropriately.
Oreo, my leg's falling asleep. I'm going to have to ask
Just too
you to
good
get
at the
up.
game, or maybe they can't play. Or here's the thing, like, I mean, we definitely run across players that are better than us. Not super often.
They're always on the enemy team.
Again, though, there's a really small player base. So, like, I mean, there's not going to be that many players. Because here's the realistic news about any game that you're playing. If you're genuinely good at it, you are in, like, the top 5% of players. Most of the time. When I played in, like, Overwatch and did like ranked stuff, I can't remember the numbers, but like if you made it to Masters, you were like the top, even though there's Grandmasters and then top 500 after that, like you were in a very, very small pool comparatively to, you know, your gold and silver and bronze and all that. Like that is most people. So, and here's my thing. I'd be all fine and dandy if my team sucked and their team sucked. But in a way they do. But our team always sucks worse. Because this is like a solid 80% of our games. We're shitting on the enemy team, me and Chris. But again, like, we can only kill so many Gundams. Like, if I'll fight and kill like 3 Gundams and I die to the 4th one, that's not my fault. You know what I mean? And Chris is off doing something else or whatever. But then they have one guy that's not very good. Because every time I fought him, I've shit on him very easily. Or Chris fought him, either way. You know. But then I noticed, why isn't my team moving up? And I look, oh, he's standing behind my team, shooting them in the back, and they're not turning around. That's why my team isn't pushing up. That is most of our games. And that is quite possibly the most frustrating thing, because you have audio cues, you have visual cues, you're getting shot cues. Like there's so much going on. You don't even have to get shot. Your friend can get shot in the back for you to realize, oh no, something's happening back here. There's so many things happening to let you know that there is a threat.
That, like, you can't get caught by surprise. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, for sure. Like, and sometimes there is a good flanker. There is a good Zaku that's really fucking you up from the back. It happens. But I'm talking about the guys that are just standing there shooting our friendlies in the back, not even moving. And not getting any... Because they don't have to move. Because they're not getting shot. Because our friends don't see them. Okay. Yeah, I haven't played a shooter in a long time. I suck and get nervous. Well, I play RPGs where I can pause and think. Our team always sucks worse. Marco 2023. Yes, they do. One day you guys will find the perfect team. I always really, really wanted to have a good competitive team in Overwatch. And it'd be great to do it in Gundam too, where you can like call out certain things. So like knowing each other's weaknesses, for example. Like, I mean, like we have some teamwork.
Yeah.
But imagine if you could actually, like, maybe you're, you know, sometimes I need help or vice versa, and you can't help me, or I can't help you. You know what I mean? Like, we're just too far apart. But imagine if the whole team was like, oh, I got you. You know what I mean? Oh, there's a Sazabi on you? Don't worry. I'll snipe him, you know? There's a... what don't you like? I'm trying to think of... we haven't been playing Gundam.
Well, what do you mean, like, as a heavy arms, or...
Or whoever. Like, who do you not want to see that's good, you know? Because, again, we'll get some, like, good or decent players, and it's just... Or, like, with Sazabi, it doesn't even matter.
I don't like seeing good snipers.
Bad Sazabis still wreck my ass. Because all they need is, like, 2 half-assed shots on me, and I am dead.
Is there a competitive Gundam scene? No, it's dead.
No. There is a ranked mode, but you can't get into it. There's not enough players. But like I love organized team gameplay. It's so fun and such a different experience because you get to add so much more strategy into it. And that's what I like in a shooter is strategy. Like when we played Battlefield 4 specifically, mainly. We did in Battlefield 1 as well.
Battlefield 1 required a lot different strategy than Battlefield 4.
Specifically,
I'd be down to play Battlefield 1.
What's it called? Conquest? Was that the game mode? Yeah, that required a lot of strategy. So Conquest is a game mode in Battlefield where the attacking force, you have the map is separated into sections, and each section has like 2 or 3 control posts. You have to take over one of them, right, to progress. Yeah,
that's Battlefield 1.
Okay, well they were similar. No.
Battlefield 1 didn't have that.
4 didn't have it, huh?
Battlefield 4 didn't have that at all.
5 did. That's what
Yeah.
it was. You know, I really like that game mode. Anyway, so and then it's like 4 sections of the map or something. I don't remember. But the attacking forces had a limited number of troops, while the defending, and it's, you know, it kind of makes sense because they're on their home turf and everything. They have unlimited. And so like, and
but there is a time limit.
Yeah, there is a time limit. Well, it's not really time limit; it's a troop limit, isn't it?
I think.
Because the attacking forces like just eventually don't have any more people.
I guess there was a troop limit. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to.
You do get more troops every time you take over an area.
And it was a game mode that, because it was actually 2-part maps, so you'd have to do one part of the map, and then it would take you to another map, and then complete the run there. And that was so hard to do a full run through. It rarely happened, but it's one of those things. Like even if you got like 3/4 into the first map, like that felt like a victory. It's like we did pretty good, you know what I mean? And even you're not even halfway done. But it was a lot of strategy because you couldn't just go out there. It didn't matter about getting a lot of kills as the attackers, as the defenders it did. But as the attackers, you could be out there getting 20 kills to your 1 death. But if you just keep doing that over and over and over and over and over and over again without capturing the base, it doesn't matter. You eventually run out of numbers. They don't. So you had to be really strategic. I was always a medic. 1, to help our numbers. But 2, there'd be a lot of times where you have your defending forces at a point, you have your attacking forces. The attacking forces move up. You know, defending forces are set in. They have their position, so they're a little bit more grounded. They wipe out, all the attacking, or most of the attacking forces, not me. And then we'd have just a little bit of defenses left over. So I go through and I revive as many people as I can, and then you have a second wave instantly in a game that's not really meant for instant. You know, like when you die and come back from spawn, you are walking a while. You better find you a vehicle, because you have a long way to go. So like they're not ready for it, and you just attack again, and like there's so many posts I would take that way. Let's see, I'm not caught up. Is there competitive? We read that. Sucks for you guys. Anyone see the Craven trailer? Yeah, we watched the Craven trailer.
It's violent, but it's not good, I'd say. It's not. It's worse than I thought.
It's better than I would have originally thought, but worse than what I was hyped up from whatever con. People saw it at some con like a month or 2 ago. And they're like, "This is amazing! This is the greatest thing ever!" And I was like, "Ooh, maybe it's actually kind of good." And then I saw it. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, you know, it's all right." I'm so torn on. What's this guy's name? He's got, I think, 3 first names or something. Who's playing Craven? Also played Quicksilver. Also played dude in Bullet Train. I feel you guys, the only game like that I was ever not half bad at was Black Clover Quartet Nights and finding a game with actual players could take 40 minutes. Dead games are a pain. Yeah, that's always rough when there's a game you love and no one plays it. Nobody has the answer for me?
You literally just asked a question.
I think Taylor's in there.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was Kick-Ass as well. Okay, so here's my thing with him. I forgot about that. I liked Kick-Ass. Although, he's probably not the best part of the movie. X-Men coming in hot. Okay, I liked Kick-Ass. I never saw Kick-Ass 2. I did not like his Quicksilver. Now, granted, partially biased because Fox's Quicksilver was infinitely better. But I just thought he was very... But then he pulled me back around in Bullet Train, where he was amazing.
Who was he in that?
Lemon, what is his name?
Is that him?
Yeah. He was way skinnier in that
Way
role.
skinnier, very British.
Yeah. He killed it in that movie.
Yeah, but if you guys haven't seen Bullet Train, I don't want to spoil anything. It's so good. It's so fun.
Amazing.
What's it on Netflix?
I don't know.
We tried to watch it with Mom once. It's on that or Hulu, one of those two.
Probably Netflix, I guess, if we try to watch it.
Maybe it was HBO Max. I don't remember.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. But Bullet
One
Train.
of those three.
His Quicksilver does not exist. What are you talking about? I've never seen him play Quicksilver. Nope, that did not happen. Yeah. I don't know. This is not his fault, obviously. I've really hated how his speed looked. I did not care for that at all. I didn't really care.
I get what they were trying to go for. They wanted it to look like the comic panels where like all you see is the little silver line.
If you wanted to look like comic panels, stop giving us over articulated, not articulated, designed costumes. Just give us basic costumes. Anyway,
DC's doing a great job of that.
Yeah.
Who said
But yeah, I did not care for his Quicksilver at all.
No, Guardians 3 did a pretty good job of that too. With their like comic costumes.
Oh yeah. Their costumes are good. They've been doing too much. Like with the Eternals, the new Miss Marvel costume looks awful.
Looks awful. But you know whose doesn't? Photons.
Photon looks great. Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel looks pretty good.
But it's mainly just Captain Marvel's outfit with her sleeves rolled up.
Yeah,
and some
but again, like
gloves.
it's a fine
it's
costume, where it's such an interesting mix. It's like Photon's amazing, Captain Marvel's pretty good, Miss Marvel's terrible, even though she had a perfect costume, and it. I am excited for the movie, but I know I'm going to be irritated because why does she get her costume changed?
I've been seeing behind-the-scenes footage, Marco, of not footage, but like pictures of the new Captain America, and I hope to God they didn't change his costume.
His was perfect.
I have not seen him in that costume once in those pictures. What's the best MCU costume in your guys' opinion? Maybe that Captain
Falcon was pretty sweet.
It was the perfect combination of taking like the MCU designed Captain America costume and the comics one and blending them together. The decision to make the wings not just red, but like the red, white, and blue was perfect.
Yeah. Like, it was like...
Because up to that point, I'd say Falcon had some of the worst costumes.
Peter's a better Quicksilver. I wonder, though, if he got rework and a spot on the Avengers, could he have been redeemed? Oh, like, if he didn't die in that movie and we got more of him? I mean, like, potentially. Because, like, I hated Wanda as well. I don't like Age of Ultron. Again, there's cool parts of the movie for sure. Yeah. I really like Vision. I like certain things they do with Ultron. I like... There's some cool Tony Stark stuff in there.
I like what they do with the Hulk.
Yeah, it was awesome to see Hulk versus Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's probably the best scene in the movie.
There's definitely cool things in there. It was, and that's another thing. It was sad to see Claw go. I thought he would, just because Andy Serkis is so captivating.
He didn't die.
Wait, no, he didn't die in that. He died in Black Panther. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. He got his hand cut off in that movie.
Yeah, he got his hand cut off.
Never
That's
mind.
how he gets the claw.
That's true. Okay, never mind. But I don't like Elizabeth Olsen as an actress. I don't think she's very good. And maybe there's something to be said about the material given to her, because it did come around. I liked her
in
in Multiverse and in WandaVision.
Yeah.
But like there was clearly a lot more care given to writing that version of the character. So maybe
even in Civil War, I kind of liked her more. She had more to do.
I didn't like her. I liked Vision. Like I liked her scenes because of Vision. Like I didn't care for her at all. I don't know. I don't personally think she's a very good actress. And I think the main thing with me is the accent. I cannot stand.
I'm glad
she did
they
it.
just basically killed it.
She did it, and Jennifer Lawrence did it in the X-Men movies.
And Jennifer Lawrence is also not a great actress.
No.
Her newest movies, what looks like going to be a really shitty rom-com.
I did like Mother, though. But again, that's the script. That movie and the visuals, it's wild. But like again, you could have put so many other people there, and it would have been just as good or better. I mean, obviously, there would be people worse than them as well, but yeah, I mean, I think that the strength of that is not. There's certain things where the strength is not in the actors per se, but like it's written so well that how could you do this poorly? You know what I mean? I'm glad they made her more herself with time, but that original Wanda was so bad. They had her be a telekinesis plot device for. Yeah, that's another thing. Like Wanda in the comics is so much more interesting, and I hate. And this is a problem I have with Doctor Strange too. I hate that magic is just like, I have a circle around my hand. I can shoot lasers. Everybody shoots lasers. Okay, everybody shoots lasers. Do something cool.
Multiverse Madness did a little more.
Multiverse did a little bit more.
It had probably one of the most fun magic fights I've seen in a movie, which was Strange versus Strange. I liked the music fight. That was a lot of fun.
That was fun and wonky. I like...
And I hope... what's the director's name? I can't think of it anymore.
Sam Raimi.
So I hope Sam Raimi writes more Doctor Strange.
He actually didn't write that movie.
Or not write, but, directs.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Like I liked her coming out of the puddles and stuff. That was cool.
Yeah. There's a ton of just creepy moments when she like climbed out of that gong.
Yeah. But yeah, I want more magic being weird and neat stuff happening. Different, unique. Like you can do anything. You can do anything. When you're dealing with the Sorcerer Supreme or the Scarlet Witch, you have these vastly, just incredibly powerful sorcerers and whatever, and it's like lasers,
Or the Thanos versus Doctor Strange fight was also a good just show of magic.
Yeah. They put in. Wait. They could have put me and Mother, and the movie was so strange no one would have known. Yeah, like that movie was. Wow, that movie was a lot. Reality alteration is what magic should be used for more often. Yeah, or like when Doctor Strange, I liked when he summoned the big tentacle things, as an attack. It's just like it's time to use tentacles. Like screw it. That's cool.
Or I'm going to brush my hand across the pages of this book and I'm going to send music at you. Violent music.
Yeah.
And it's going to play while it attacks you.
I did like... So, we watched the Kraven trailer, and then I also finally watched... Chris made me watch the Spider-Man video game
It was
trailer.
right after that, because I was like, here's a really good Kraven.
I don't think I got
instead.
to tell you. I think I got distracted. I really, really like it. It's not the opening line, but it's really early on in the thing, where that dude's trying to find Kraven, and he's like, he thinks he finds him. He's like, "You've grown slow in your old age," and then Kraven's retort was, "an
I've been in
experience."
your shadow for 5 hours.
No, not yet.
or
No.
something. Oh.
First, I mean that's cool too.
Yeah.
But the really cool thing, he says, "An experience you will not get to," or something you will not get to experience, or something to that sort.
like that.
And it's just, and then he grabs him by the throat, and it's like,
And lifts him
damn,
off the ground.
that is such a good line.
Darth Vader's him. He breaks his neck with like one hand.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing I feel like I was starting to talk to you about, and then got distracted. How we go on and off about people be like, Darth Vader was making jokes in Rogue One, blah blah blah. Literally, he makes a joke to a man he's killing when he grabs that guy in A New Hope. I can't remember what it is.
The one that comes to mind for me is after he is killed Captain Nita, he goes, "Apology accepted, Captain Nita," and walks out of the room. That is in Empire Strikes Back. He quips to a dead man all the time. Vader's funny, because people always forget. He's still Anakin Skywalker, the funniest man in the galaxy, second to Obi-Wan.
What am I watching? A New Hope opening scene.
I don't know if you can play that on the stream.
I want to play it quietly. It's a commercial. Because he literally says it like right before he snaps his neck. He tells a man a joke, snaps his neck. That's Darth Vader for you. What is going on here?
Did you pause it? Did you click? You didn't click on anything.
What? Oh shit! Fuck. What was that time? Echo, not right now. Echo, are you in the chat? All right.
Echo's not in chat.
Echo doesn't know I'm ignoring them.
Or Echo is in chat and watching us ignore them.
God, this makes me think of.
I don't think you're gonna get to the scene. You gotta go to the lake.
So either. It makes me think of Vader's Lost mixtape.
Look up Vader Captain Antilles.
Vader.
Yeah, how do you think R2 got sassy? It wasn't on his own. He followed Anakin's example.
Okay, here we go.
It's not a joke. Just asking a question.
Well, it's not like a ha 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 funny joke, but it is like a just a funny little rhetorical question. He did not need to ask that. He was not getting information out of that.
He just started joking.
Yeah, like Rogue One. Yeah, it's such a nice line. Top tier sassy R2. Not choking ambition was so good. That might have been Rogue One. Yeah, that was Rogue One. Yeah,
he wasn't in Solo.
Yeah, people got so upset
And
about
him making
specifically
that
that line. I think he might have done something else in that movie. It was kind of jokey. But I don't recall. That was like the main line. But yeah, Vader makes jokes. It's canon. And always has been. Literally from the beginning. Just having a rant about Vader making jokes now. Damn, it's 11:36 already. Probably need to hop off here, and I need to make some keychains.
I'm trying to remember what he says when Han Solo shoots at him and he just takes his gun.
Yeah, it's like,
Because he's just so sassy in that scene, too.
Damn it. Vader, Han Solo, dinner. Yeah. Again, it's not like a big joke, but he just
the
stole.
Cloud City betrayal.
He stole Han Solo's gun
After being shot at.
after being shot at, and said we would be honored. Just with such a, he doesn't, you can't see his face, but you just know he's got a little smirk. We would be honored if you would join us. Like he's just being a little shit.
That's Vader's second favorite hobby. His first is murder.
Which is a great scene. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we got onto this conversation. Sassy side of the Force. We're talking about Craven, something about Craven.
Obi-Wan's a master of the sassy side of the Force. If you've ever watched Clone Wars, you know. I think there's YouTube videos Obi-Wan being sassy for like 18 minutes long or something.
I don't know. Anyway, trying to think about anything else to say about. Like I said, I saw Craven. It looks cool, I guess.
No, the one I'm thinking of is it's called Obi-Wan Kenobi, Master of Trolling. It's a really fun video.
Anyway,
recap
I did want to talk about
stuff.
the Craven movie trailer. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to like Jason Thomas McAnthony Jr. I don't know, remember his name. I want to like him.
But the plot that we've been given so far.
Well, I just feel like I'm constantly thrown back and forth between when I watch movies that he's in. I'm like, oh, I don't care for him at all. Oh, I really like him. Oh, and then I'm like, I don't know. Do I like him in this one? Do I not? I don't know.
There's a couple things with this movie.
I like when he ripped around in the chair with the crossbow in his arm.
That was fun.
Yeah. How did he have that crossbow behind the chair? It was massive.
He like lifted it from under the desk as he did it.
It was like the biggest crossbow I've ever seen in my life. Also, again, you can give a great actor terrible writing and it's still not good, and vice versa, as we've been speaking about. And like, because what did you think about I don't know the guy's name, but when the dude walks in that scene, he's like, "Where's Mr. Fiddlepot?" I don't know his name.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're standing in him." It's like, that's kind of fun, but it's also kind of cringy. It's like right on that line.
Yeah.
It needs more context of like,
what's up, Real Rude 6? We're probably about to end stream in a little bit.
new in here, apparently super late. Yeah, we're actually almost over. But we thank you for hopping in. We're right now talking about the Craven trailer and whether we're excited for it.
I'm not.
Chris is definitively no. So obviously,
I think not only does it portray the character of Craven horribly, it also just looks like the same bad writing of the past.
Well, this isn't. I mean, this is Kid Craven.
Yes.
Which I don't care about. Like, assuming what we all assumed at the beginning, where we just hear they're making a Craven movie, and he's a vegan and whatever, blah, 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 whatever. Which I don't know why that news came out. Why did anyone let that information?
Because they wanted to make. They wanted it to go around the Craven movie was being made, so that when more news comes out of it, people will be watching.
I feel like if they announced that it was
Marco, all
young
press,
Craven looking to
even
kill,
bad press is good press.
I don't know. Anyway.
That's like the rules.
Some new comic book docs specifically talking about specific books aren't that great, so good feedback is gold. Some books are good, but very few. I enjoyed everything I read today.
Yeah. I read 5 books. And I got
But
some good covers too.
We'll go through that again. We'll
Yeah.
show off everything that we got and give a brief little summary of everything one more time before we hop off. But I do want to get this. So,
God, is that what our stream looks like right now?
no, I don't know what's going on. It says excellent connection, so the quality should be fine. And this thing's always screwy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when I first heard about the Craven movie, I'm like, oh no. Because, you know, Venom, Morbius, like, now we're going into Craven.
Yeah.
This is...
I heard Venom 1 was alright, but Venom 2 was just awful. And then Morbius is a thing.
Morbius is not the worst movie I've ever seen. I've seen that movie about a psychic tire. I can't remember what it's called, but that was probably the worst movie I've ever seen. But it's pretty damn near. It was a pretty atrociously... It was literally like... a sin against the craft of filmmaking in every aspect, in the writing and in again. Well, actually, the acting wasn't like Jared Leto's actually probably the best part, which is wild to say. It's not what anybody expected going into that movie. But anyway, so like at first I'm like, oh no, they're gonna do a terrible job of Craven. But then, a little while ago, at some convention, I don't remember which one it was, apparently they got to see the trailer. Everybody was freaking out, saying this is so gruesome and crazy, and it's amazing, and it's going to be the greatest thing ever, you know? And so then I got really hyped. I'm like, oh man, maybe they somehow pulled out a good movie out of this. And then the trailer came out, like officially. And
What's the name of the actor's father? I forgot his name. My brain wants to say Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Is it
Yeah.
Russell Crowe? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how I'll forgive this movie's trailer, Marco. Or this movie. Is if at the end, basically it's just a boss fight of Russell Crowe in like the classic Craven outfit with the lion head and everything.
He might be. Who knows?
I would forgive this movie 110%. It's the best movie in the world if they give me that.
I like Russell Crowe, but I worry that he won't actually be able to do too much physically. Because, I mean, he's, you know, pretty up there in age and not, like, very well built or anything, you know?
Turns out he's been working out for the past year for this movie. He comes out, he's bulky as hell.
Anyway,
he's built like a motherfucker.
So I'm kind of mixed on this. I think it could maybe be kind of cool, but I'm just not sure. And we were also talking about something Aaron Taylor Johnson. We were talking about him, about how like I did not care for him in Quicksilver at all, but then like in contrast, I loved him in Bullet Train. He was amazing.
Just a
in Bullet
great
Train.
movie that we recommend.
We'll be tuned in for more of your content. Great wall slabs for days. Yeah. This is actually maybe. Oh, it's not all my slabs. I don't know. I got another box of slabs.
Yeah.
Anyway, but thank you for stopping by. Thanks for everything. We're gonna go through our books one more time. Well, we'll show the random things off first. I got a little.
Also, the video game Craven looks fantastic, though.
He does, but at the same time, I'm also kind of like, I don't like a Craven that's just like, I'm gonna send all my men, and not be like I'm super badass and whatever, and then like, just send men.
Oh, he's 100% gonna like be
he
a
will
more prominent force. He's just sending in his men to find the thing to hunt first.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of boring. Anyway, so I got a little Nezuko statue. It was just a little random thing that came into work, so I picked it up. And Chris picked up a few battle droids. This one's from what?
Republic Commando.
And this one's from
Jedi Survivor.
Alright. And then some random little
Going in reverse order.
other books. Yeah, reverse order. This is Moon Knight from a week or two ago. This is the 125 Greg Land variant. Amazing issue, too, by the way. Oh yeah, put this in the right order. So we have TIE Fighter number 1. These are just cover buys mainly. We haven't read them,
Yeah.
but Butcher from the Boys is Craven. That would be.
What's his name again? Oh, I can't remember. Because he did
He was Judge
Dredd.
Dredd.
He was the Executioner.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now. Can't think of any names. Anyway, this is issue number 2. Pretty sweet cover. Really, I love TIE Interceptors. Like they just always look cool.
Yeah.
You know? And then my particular favorite one, whoops, is this one, issue number 3. I really, really like that one. Bugs me. I know his name.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then so moving on, we have
We'll know.
I Hate Fairyland number 6. This is the bloody Momoko variant, and it is actually bloodied. That's not me being British all of a sudden. And then we have Godzilla. This is a new one. Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons.
Hey, you said it right this time.
I said Dar.
Did you say Dar?
I did say
Son
Dar.
of a bitch.
This was pretty fun. So it's a pirate story with Godzilla, because why not?
Yeah, honestly.
And then pretty much when you're reading a Godzilla book, that's more or less what you want. You want it to be something fun,
Human
mixed,
plot. Oh no, there's Godzilla.
but mixed with something that you enjoy. For example, the last Godzilla book we read was Godzilla versus Power Rangers. And we like Power Rangers, and it was goofy and nonsensical, but like we knew what we were in for, and we enjoyed it. The TIE Fighters look great. Yeah, super sweet. British Marco, the world isn't ready. Funnily enough, I do quite a few of, I don't know what type of dialect it exactly would be, but I do a lot of like
I don't think the pirates would help
British
that.
kind of voiceovers work. So pirates came across Godzilla at one point. Yeah. Anyway, so like it's a fun pirate story, and oh, there happens to be Godzilla. Like, okay, I'm down for it. You know what I mean? Then we're going to Wonder Woman 800. We got a lot of variants for this one. This is, I guess, the Pride. Is it the Pride variant?
Yes,
it's
it
got
says
everything.
Pride at the top.
Okay. I can't remember who did this one, but I really like this one. Super cool. And again, for anyone that is new or wasn't in the video earlier, we are not currently reading Wonder Woman.
But we will when the number 1 comes out. I believe September?
This is the last issue of this run. It's starting over at number 1 with Tom King writing, so we're very excited for that. Got another variant there. And then
Our preview is 2 or 3 months out.
usually 2.
2?
Yeah.
Might be August then.
There's another one, and then we got the foil,
The foil's
which
my
is
favorite
pretty cool.
one.
Like the cover itself is okay, but the foil's really
I
well
love
done.
the like kind of homage to her like twirl from the TV show.
Yeah.
And they do it in a really fun way, I think.
Yeah. And there's the A cover.
The
which is
cover's
also-
really fun too.
It's fine. And then we got some Titans. This one is a very, very fun swimsuit variant. They're doing a bunch of swimsuit variants right now.
There's just a lot of fun things on this cover.
Yeah, so there's a Flash way in the background with Cyborg there, about to throw a football. So he's running on water. That's fun. I don't know, just a lot of fun things. I really like which I'm a big fan of Raven and Beast Boy anyway, but I think just the lighting from that cell phone is done so well. Like, I really, really like the way that's drawn.
I think it's kind of goofy that Raven's swimsuit has a hood.
The foil wins tonight's Wonder Woman cover contest. Tonight, but it won't win the next time.
No.
It will not win the next time.
The next Wonder Woman contest is a no-brainer.
Yeah. Oh, even for you? I know I'm
I know
biased,
you're biased, but no, it's just
a
so
banger.
good.
It's a banger.
It's just
That's
so
the thing.
good.
I'm biased, but I'm never wrong when it comes to Art Germ. When it comes to Art Germ, he kills it, man. He kills it.
I really love this cover.
So this is the other variant we got. This is the Jim Bartel. Lots of hair.
Yeah, I love that.
Official name. Lots of hair variant.
Yeah. I
Um,
love how sparkly her pants are.
and that's it for our DC. We're not big DC readers. We're kind of getting more into it. We just started Titans.
Probably
We're
going to
be
get more
starting
into it
Wonder
as
Woman.
DC restarts.
Batman has been amazing. We started reading when Zdarsky took over.
We
Well, okay, I started reading when Zdarsky took over. You read the single issue. Oh, it's so good, though. It's been
I
great.
read the second one.
No, you read the first one. That was it. Anyway, so on to Star Wars. This was a cover by. It's just a sweet Cobb Vanth, which it is, I'm pretty sure, his first appearance in a comic.
Yes.
It is like the C variant or whatever. Yeah, C variant. But in case anyone doesn't know, these Mandalorian books are just rehashes of the TV show. So not worth reading at all. But it is kind of neat to have the keys, and there's so many keys of everybody in it. So it's like I started picking up kind of for that. There's been some cool covers like that one. maybe if there wasn't a really cool cover, I might not have picked up this one. But I mean, that one's a pretty banger cover. And then with Bounty Hunters, we picked up the A cover, the sweet Boba Fett cover.
Yeah.
Have my complaints about Zdarsky's Batman? Really?
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. Don't go too crazy into it because Chris apparently wants to read it.
I do want to read it,
but just hasn't got into it. I will say this: the failsafe arc was super amazing, like all the way throughout. And then I don't even know what the next arc is called. I don't know its like name. It took me a minute to get into it. I'll say that. But the ending was so good. I was like, oh my god, okay, this everything. It all has come together now, you know. Anyway, so another Bounty Hunter variant we picked up was this awesome Boba Fett Malieve variant, which Malieve is like creeping up there on my list of favorite current artists because he just keeps putting out bangers. He's got a great one. I think it's for Moon Knight. It's either for Moon Knight 25 or it's for Moon Knight City of the Dead, and I can't remember. I want to say City of the Dead though, but I'm not positive on that one. It's the one where, like, so you know, you got the top of his cape is all white, but then it's like got that cool like color texture shit that he does underneath, and then I'm gonna pull it up so chat can see it. Except for 125, the 90th issue was amazing. That's where he took over. 125, wasn't it?
Yeah, 125 is where
he took over. Isn't? Wait a minute. I thought 900 was the most. Was that the most? Or was that? I don't remember. Was that the beginning of Failsafe?
Yeah.
900. Well, I'm specifically talking about 900. Or is that the most recent one? I don't recall. Anyway, let me pull up this. Okay. What was about? Damn it, Chris, you distracted me. What was I about to look up? No, Moon Knight. I kind of want to look up Batman now. Moon Knight Malieve. Shit. I'm typing way too many letters. A bunch of other Moon Knights are popping up. Not the one that I want to find. Let me type in city. Here it is. This one.
Yeah.
This cover is incredible. No, 900 is the most recent end of Failsafe. 900 is where Zdarsky takes Batman. Okay. 120. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I thought. Issue 125 is where Zdarsky takes over. I think it's 135 is the issue you're talking about. I think. But anyway, here's that Malieve Moon Knight, which is just amazing. And like, you can't even really do justice on, because like when you zoom into like the moons here, like they're not just like straight lines. They have like so much like painted texture and stuff to them. 135. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure we're on like the same path, because like it gets confusing with legacy numbers and everything when you start talking about different things. But yeah, that issue was super great. That's what I'm saying. Like that arc was like after the first 5 or 6 issues was Failsafe, I really liked that, and then you go into the next part, which took me a minute, but then like the ending was so good. Anyway, moving on, we got another Bounty Hunter variant. This is Inyuk Lee with Dirge, and you don't get a lot of Dirge covers, so this is pretty cool.
Yeah, which I think we're probably be getting more because he has shown up back into the Bounty Hunters series.
He's got to be nerfed, right? Like he can't be as strong as he was.
I don't know, Marco. He was pretty intense the first time I saw him in Dr. Aphra. He's also just a behemoth of a man.
He can't be as strong as he was in the 2D animated Clone Wars. Because like Anakin was struggling to live, you know, and Obi-Wan. Like they were fighting for their lives. What are any of these guys gonna do? You know.
Usually the bounty hunters have been working together against more serious threats.
Yeah, I don't know.
So Dirge is probably not one of those more serious threats.
Anyway, this is a cover by. Moving on to the Marvel stuff, we have Danny Ketch #2. This is Momoko variant. I love any time Momoko does like horror stuff. Her Ghost Rider variants have been pretty awesome. This one, not my favorite. whatever, because it was funny. For a while, like every Ghost Rider Momoko was just getting better and better and better. This one is not as good as the last one. I can't recall what it wasn't on Danny Ketch though. It was on the main run of it. It's probably issue 5. I think she did issues 1 through 5. I think I can't remember. Maybe it wasn't that way. And then we have Bloodline Dollar Blade. I'm a little behind on this one, so I need to get caught up. But it's been a pretty interesting story. Ultimate Invasion I picked up as a cover buy. This is a Pacelli variant. Really, really sweet Miles. Awesome negative space in this piece. But, so my boss read this, and he said he really enjoyed it. This is Hickman writing, but it has Hitch as the artist, and we are not fans of Hitch. It's really rough for me. Like, I was reading the current Venom run, we both were, and we just had to stop. Well, it was a combination of I didn't like just looking at Hitch's art, and I did not like where the story was going either. I had a lot of struggles with that. And Hickman we trust. I might go through and read this. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know about tonight. I do have some work I need to get done. But anyway, and then moving on to Avengers number 2. Avengers has been great so far. Again, written by Jed McKay.
Invasion to watch tonight.
Oh, there is Secret Invasion. I need to get some work done, and then we need to do Secret Invasion.
Then we'll talk about it on Sunday.
Yeah. But anyway, so Jed McKay, easily my favorite current writer. Easily. Like, everything he does has been amazing. First issue, a little bit slow. Setting up this new team of Avengers. Putting people in their place. Put a little bit of a twist at the end. Setting up what I like, kind of a generic trope. I mean, it is a trope, but not a very prominent trope. You don't see it a ton. But where the good guys have to work with a villain to stop another villain. And so far, like I said, I've really been digging it. This issue was kind of establishing the villain. I'm not getting into spoilers about it. Not specific spoilers, at least, anyway, So this is establishing the villain and kind of setting up, getting ready for this big thing to happen. They're calling the Tribulation Events or something like that. I think that's what it's called. Tribulation Trials? I think it's the Tribulation Events. Pretty positive. And then we have Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 3. This has been a super fun run so far. Again, taking the Guardians in a different direction, kind of a different place. A little bit of a darker, sadder kind of tone to everything. Interesting foe that I will say. I don't.
Number 3. I think you can talk about Grootfall.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So the thing they're fighting against is called Grootfall, but here's the thing: like they don't fully understand it. We don't understand it.
We know it's Groot. Something has happened to Groot, and they're destroying planets.
Yeah, which is an interesting setup. So they kind of have to fight their friend.
It's like a big comet. With Groot's face on it.
And he's like wiping out like this whole section of the solar system. So they have to try to stop him, but obviously, like, that's still their friend. They want to try to do what they can. Have we seen Rocket? I know they mentioned Rocket in this issue. Have we seen Rocket?
Was it?
I'm trying to remember back to...
Was it? Yeah, I don't remember on the first couple, but I'm going to go to, like, that one panel toward the end there. He's not back in that area. Also, it has a couple really good just panels.
There's some really nice art in this issue.
Too.
There's like a really sweet one like in the middle, and then like some awesome final panel, like a full page, and then right before that full page, there's a lot of like really neat smaller panels. And then last book we have, I Am Iron Man number 4, an anthology series where each issue is just a different story. They've been very
different
weird.
Story, different timeline, not timelines, but time areas.
Yeah, it's just a different little chunk of Iron Man's life, or I don't know. Like it's just been super strange. That's the only like really connecting factor is all of these have been very weird Iron Man stories, and I'm all about it. Because
very unique situations for him to be in.
I love Iron Man, huge Iron Man fan, always have been. Again, you know, not to be a hipster, but I liked Iron Man before the movies, and the movies only cemented it down further for me. Yeah, I don't know. It just the problem with Iron Man comics is like, even though this current run, because this is Iron Man, there's another run right now, Invincible Iron Man, and I'm enjoying that run, but it still feels pretty samey. Like, this is what we always kind of do with Iron Man type thing, even though it's written well and I like it. Iron Man anthology seems interesting for someone like me who doesn't read a lot of his stuff. And again, yeah, you can pick up any issue. So if you haven't started the series, you want to go to your comic shop tomorrow, pick up this issue, and haven't read the rest of it, it's fine. You don't need to read the rest of it. If you want to go back and read, if you like the vibe of it, definitely go check out the other issues, because they're very weird, they're very different, they're very strange, and pretty interesting. I really like this issue. Might have been my favorite issue of the series so far.
Yeah,
I thought it was really, really good, and actually might have even been my favorite book that I read tonight.
yeah, same.
I really liked it. Thought it was awesome. It explored, it's exploring like interesting parts of Iron Man's psyche in weird ways. So this one was like really focused on his paranoia, and it kind of misled you, and it misleads you by misleading you. Is like a weird way to put it, but it is what happens. Again, the books are really weird. Like, it's like, oh, I think I know what's going on, and it's like, no, it's actually really about this, and it's, oh crap, it was about this. You know, like, it just puts you all over the place, and it's super, super cool. It deals with that kind of struggle of Iron Man always being scared of the what if, you know, and you know, being prepared for any situation, even at his own detriment. And yeah, really, really solid issue. I highly recommend this one. And like I said, this current Iron Man series is good, but you know, it's Iron Man. And then the last Iron Man series, I was reading for a while, but it was just like, I hopped off it after a while, even though I have the full series. And I was just like, I just never felt inspired to actually read the rest of it. But this one, I can't wait until the next issue. I think there's only one more. But it's,
damn.
I'm pretty sure it's just a 5-parter, but it's just super, super strange. Okay, Shoot 'em Soul, gonna have to pick it up tomorrow. See what's up, Iron Man movies. No, I definitely need to read it. If you both think it's that good, thanks for letting me know.
There's one about him and this like whale thing. That one's really fun.
Yeah, that one. Again, they're just very, very different, and I think in a very welcome way. Where it's like, it might take you off at first, where you're like, what's going on? These feel strange. Like, I don't
It's
do
not
I like this, you know?
I don't think there's been one where it's your traditional Iron Man story.
No, not at all.
Of like, hey, here's Iron Man. He's fighting a guy who's got Iron Man powers just like him.
Yeah. But in that, like, it feels, maybe feels wrong, you know, at first. Like, is this Iron Man? What am I reading? You know, kind of that.
Iron Man. I'm talking to a fucking whale.
You keep doing like an accidental Donald Trump kind of voice.
Am I?
Yeah, you did it earlier today too.
Huh.
It wasn't like super heavy, but it had like that hint of it. Anyway, but yeah, this one, when you read it, when I read the first issue,
I turned into a fucking samurai.
That's kind of like almost like Steven Seagal. Which is worse. Anyway, crap, I lost my train of thought now. When I first started reading the first issue, I was almost like didn't like it. Like, I was like, what a weird, like, why are they doing this with Iron Man type idea? Like, you know, why would they do this with Iron Man? Because it's different. You know, like, it took me a second, and like once I realized that, I was like, oh, this is interesting, exploring cool concepts and stuff. So anyway, I know I talked a lot about that book, but I really, really liked it. I feel like the more I've been reading the series too, the more I'm like acclimated to it. Like, okay, we're doing different things, and this is neat. I like it. It's cool. Now I'm thirsty.
I can barely see it, but they're fist bumping.
Yeah, I don't think the zoom in will work. I don't even know which one it is. Not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. I need to delete some of these scenes. There we go.
Clink.
Anyway.
So yeah, that's everything that we picked up for this week. We will be back on our regular scheduled Sunday stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Honestly, the only current Marvel I'm reading is Miles Morales Spider-Man and some of Judgment Day run. Judgment Day is not current.
Yeah.
It's not that old, but it's not current. I've heard good things about Miles. We don't read Spider books. Well, that's a lie. I've been reading Spider-Gwen. Been enjoying this current run. No, it's over. Current run's over. I had to think. I was like, yeah. We just had our last issue, maybe last week, the week before, something like that. Enjoyed that run. The run before it is the one we hated, right?
Yeah.
That was
Read
awful.
one issue of it. It
Yeah,
was so
we
bad.
did, we only got
I
one
keep
issue.
forgetting to take this Gambit and Rogue.
It was a lot of hello fellow kids type writing. Where's Logan when we need a spider guy? Yeah. But anyway, I am tempted to maybe eventually go back and read Miles. Because I've heard really good things about Miles. But like I don't know. I've never really been a huge Spider-Man guy. And like I don't know, usually Spider-Man has like a bunch of things going
Hey
on
man, you
and
want a cheese slice?
tying in with Venom and Carnage and other things. I will be reading
You want a graham cracker?
I will be reading Death of the Venomverse. Colin Bunn is writing that, and I really like that, and I think that sounds interesting. So he's a horror writer.
Oh hi. Oh, ow! She stabbed me.
So I'm excited for Death of the Venomverse. But as far as like best Marvel stuff going on, anything Jed McKay's writing, specifically his best work is Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Moon Knight's great, but his stuff he's done with his Strange titles, starting with Death of Doctor Strange, then Strange, and now currently on Doctor Strange. Strange focuses on Clea Strange, primarily. But anyway, so that has all been really, really good. Just not as good as Moon Knight. Like Moon Knight is consistently like, wow.
There's been a few that have been like, but most of them have been wow.
So don't. Yeah, there's. Oh, Jed McKay's Canadian. I didn't know that.
The only good thing to come out of that hellhole of a country.
Stop attacking Pia.
Never.
Anyway,
I'll never stop
no.
attacking that half bear.
it's half moose, Chris. Get it right. Anyway,
They want you to think.
yeah, anything Jed McKay does is great. I really love. It's just a 5-issue series, but Taskmaster, and it's like a couple years old at least at this point now. Great miniseries, absolutely fun. One of the best issue ones I've ever read. It is so funny and awesome at the same time. I love that miniseries. His Black Cat stuff is really good. He's not currently doing any Black, so he has 2 or 3 runs of Black Cat, Iron Cat, and Mary Jane and Black Cat, and a Mary Jane and Black Cat one-shot that precedes Mary Jane and Black Cat. And there's also like a weird giant-sized Black Cat thing that's really just part of the main Black Cat. It's the finale to the main, the last Black Cat run that he did. Anyway, all really good. Don't anger the Canadians. We have Wolverine and maple syrup, a most lethal combination.
You don't think I can fight a sticky Wolverine?
Am I missing something from Jed McKay?
Probably.
Yeah, I feel like I am, but what else Marvel-wise has been like, Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
So Jason Aaron just finished his run on the run's still going on, but his run on Punisher is over now. So he did the first 12 issues, and Garth Ennis is taking over. We haven't got his first issue, which will be issue 13 of the run.
Wolverine's so tiny, he's covered in maple syrup. He's too busy being stuck to the ground.
You guys are pretty good shit. I can learn a lot here. New subscriber here. Thank you. I love hearing readers' takes on the great hobby. And oh yeah, by the way, we work at a comic shop, so that's why we have everything a day early as well. So we always, we try to hop on here, read our books, and then we get out of work, read our books, hop on stream
Books.
at 10 p.m. Eastern time every Tuesday. And then the whole point of us when we started doing this stuff was to tell people, because sometimes you might be really excited for a book, and then you read it and it sucks, and that is a terrible feeling. Or sometimes we'll take a chance on a book and it ends up being incredible, and it's like low-key under the radar. That's how it was actually with Taskmaster. That's before Jed McKay was the powerhouse that he is. He was working on Taskmaster, like they'll give Taskmaster to anybody. They're like, oh, whatever, take it out, I don't care. You want to do Taskmaster series? Sure, I guess. And now he's doing Avengers. He got promoted to doing the Avengers run just recently. He's on issue 2. So he's come a long way in not that long of a time. And
well,
that's...
congratulations on your American citizenship, Pia, because it's never happening.
I want to full Jed McKay run of Sticky Wolverine, or am I... What's going on? I don't know.
You're not part of the Sticky Wolverine discourse?
I guess, maybe not. You guys giving me the heads up on a lot of cool things. Yeah, that's the whole premise of our Tuesday night shows. Is just like, hey, here's some thoughts. Now, granted that we don't read everything, and like one thing, for example, sometimes I'm not brave enough to give something. No, not brave enough. Might not be the right way to word it, but like for example, this week, Incredible Hulk started over again. Now, I'm a little salty. Or, it was a bittersweet finale on the last Hulk, because whatever Donny Cates has going on, he dropped off all of his titles. I know his Hulk run was very divisive.
So was the Punisher run, to be fair.
Yeah, not for the content of it, though.
Yeah, it's always for dumb reasons. Whether it be...
We'll get into Punisher here in a second.
Whether it be people misunderstanding why he's changed his citizenship. Or
you wouldn't marry Pia, Chris? For American citizenship?
What?
Anyway.
American citizenship?
Sure. I'm trying to say it how you said it. But I don't remember how you said it. Sure.
Anyways, but the other complaint I've heard is people don't like that he has powers in this one. And that
fair enough. Okay, well, hold on. We're not on that yet. See, you already distracted me. What were we talking about? Hulk. Okay, so, for those that don't know,
the Hulk's big and green.
Donny Cates... The concept of his Hulk run was Starship Hulk, which was basically
like this?
Bruce Banner
Okay.
was in control of the Hulk's body and had the Hulk persona trapped away in this fuel room, kind of torturing him, just having him fight different monsters that Banner sicked after him in this mental prison that he created. Hulk Green never. Anyway, and I mean, at the end of the day, it was Jekyll and Hyde stuff. Still, it was still your traditional Hulk, same old, just with a new reskinned package. But I thought it was really interesting. I liked where he was going with this. Really villainized Bruce Banner a lot, and I thought that was super fun. Or not even villain, but demonized Bruce Banner. Really took him to some dark areas. And then Ryan Otley took over. Is that his first name, Ryan? I think it's Ryan.
And he did alright.
I enjoyed it. I thought the ending was all wrapped up pretty cool. I liked it. But it's always that thing. It's what could it have been with Donny Cates? Because Donny Cates was my top current writer. And then he fell off the face of the earth. Again, and I understand he's got something going on. I don't know. I think he got divorced. Maybe a lot of people said he got back into drugs or something. I don't know. Don't know the answer. But I hope all will be well for him someday again. And get back to writing, because he is an immense talent. And he got me into current comics. I've always been a nerd into Marvel and Star Wars and all that stuff, but I was never a comic reader. Until I started working at a comic shop. I know that sounds silly. Whenever I say that, people are like, well, duh. But I started working there because they needed an action figure guy, and I have a lot of experience with action figures. We have well over 1,000 action figures at this point. Anyway, so that's why I started working there.
There's a few.
But then when you work there, you have to start doing other tasks or whatever. And then I started buying a couple comics here and there. And then I read Donny Cates' Thor issue 1, and I fell in love. That issue is so amazing. That run is great. And Grunbeck has been doing a pretty good job with it. But again, it's like, man, I wish Cates was on it. Like that at first, Kate's been jumping off books so much, the new writers couldn't keep me buying. Well, yeah, so I mean, he hopped off of Hulk, he hopped off of Thor. Was there something else? I feel like there was supposed to be more to crossover, like a next part of it. I feel like it concluded its arc, and then there should have been more, is what I felt like. Was there another Cates book he was working on?
Public Domain? No,
That's Zdarsky, and that's finished. But anyway,
I don't think I have it finished.
like it sucks so much because like we've been teased for so long with Thor, with this Thanos with the black gauntlet and the black stone and all that, and like clearly he had this big vision, and Black Winter, I'm pretty sure was supposed to come back. I think Donny Cates said something about Black Winter coming back forever ago. Like, we're not done with Black Winter. And I don't know if that's ever going to pop back up now, you know. Create amazing story plot that also brought me in. Well, what kept me in for me was Dark Knights, Death Metal, Scott Snyder. Ooh, I like me some Scott Snyder. I haven't read Death Metal, but I do like Scott Snyder. Nocterra is one of my favorite books right now currently as well. That is a great read from Scott Snyder. Really like Nocterra. But anyway, yeah, I don't even know how we got down this rabbit hole. That's what we do. We just get down rabbit holes.
We've been on like 5 in the past hour.
This all started maybe with Craven or something. I don't know how we got here.
I think we were ranting about something else when somebody mentioned Craven.
Yeah, probably. Crossover's first arc was sick. I liked the first 6 issues, but once issue 7 hit, which was the Zdarsky issue, like, to me, Crossover got so much better. And it sucked because a lot of people gave up before that, and I think the story got so much more interesting at issue 7, and then like throughout, to the end of it. I didn't feel like it was over, but yeah, I really liked. It went from like, oh, this is pretty cool, to like, wow, this is amazing. Yeah, that Zdarsky issue was, and such an interesting thing to do, to be like, it worked for that story because it was about writers creating these characters and like how they're coming to kill the writers and stuff. So it's like it's like this nice little detour that's still explaining what's happening, and you have an issue written by Zdarsky, and it's like such a cool thing for them to like open up and like talk about their insecurities and different things, and it's very, very cool read. Starts wrapping up, we enter rabbit hole territory. Yeah, that's true. I say, all right, time to end the stream, and then like we end stream 2 hours later.
It has been approximately like 2 hours since we said that.
Yeah, I know, it's rough. I just start talking.
Maybe like an hour.
I don't think it's been 2 hours yet. I just start talking, and then y'all get me talking about other things, and we keep talking.
Milk.
Yeah, I do want to hop off, down this whole pack of mango wafers. And no, I do have some work to do. I have some eBay stuff I need to get done. A very, 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 very quick voiceover thing I have to do. And maybe something else. Oh, yeah, Secret Invasion's tonight. So, again, for anybody that doesn't know, we stay up until 3 a.m. to watch all the new Marvel and Star Wars shows.
We don't value our sleep.
Well, it's like we're going to be up anyway. Because what would happen is I would just be laying in bed, be like, I could be watching Secret Invasion right now,
I love that about you guys, though. Keep going through the rabbit hole. Yeah,
If anyone brings up a new topic in chat, you're banned.
we have a very deep rabbit hole. Well, because like we're night owls anyway. Like I really struggle in the morning. Every day, every day when I get to work, even though it's like 11 o'clock,
I'll never understand people who wake up and have time before work to do stuff. I gotta wake up and then I go to work.
I can't. Yeah, I wake up.
And then I have the
Honestly,
rest of the day.
if I didn't have to wake up, get Chris up, and we gotta make sure the dogs are fed and stuff like that. If I didn't have to do anything, I could be up and in my car in 5 minutes, maybe less. Like I'm just like, all right, good to go. Like I do things very, very quickly, and I'm ready. Although I do enjoy my 5 minutes in bed. I give myself 5 minutes in bed every day, where I wake up, I have my alarm to wake me up, and then I, cancel that one, and then I have one more alarm 5 minutes later after that. So I'm awake, but then I give 5 minutes to just like compose myself, and then boom, 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 go, get out the door.
Sometimes I'll do that if I feel that I've woken up too early, and it's like, man, I don't want to do anything. I'm just gonna set like, I don't know, a 20-minute timer, and when that goes off, I'll get up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I also forgot, like I have to like get up and do my eye care and stuff like that. So like that's another thing, and it sucks. I hate waking up and having to do things like just additional little tasks. I just want to get up and go. Like I just want to like in a cartoon, like get up and like my suit falls onto me, and I'm out the door.
I want a good hour of wake up time.
Thanks for the interaction. Yeah. Thanks for hopping by and chatting. I can't do anything before the thing I need to do. It was a vague statement. I understand. See you next time, real dude. I guess that was peace.
That says real rude. That's just his name.
Yeah. I just read it wrong. I'm sorry. Have a nice one. Okay, we didn't wrap up stream. I do have things.
I'm thirsty.
Thanks everybody for hanging out. This is a legitimate goodbye. I guess Gabehart died. We haven't heard from him in a long time.
Died.
I hope you're all right, Gabehart. All right.
R.I.P. Gabehart.
Thanks for everybody else that hung out, and thanks for anybody else that watches this later on. If you made it all this way later on, that'd be pretty wild. But anyway.
Spider-Man and Venom are holding hands.
RSVP, please, when that.